Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I just literally got in. I'm tired right now, but something struck me today. Like, I had some free time while I was out, and I just thought about Legends. I was like, I need to put a deck together. So, on my phone, I literally wrote down a bunch of cards that I need to put together in a House of Morrowind deck. And I just need to see this be actually in the game, and maybe potentially as something we're going to be playing once the release is out in a few days. And I definitely want you guys' help to try to refine this deck. But this is not even going to be one of my very structured. This is going to be like my first instant reaction type video because I'm getting really hyped for the expansion. So here I am on this test server provided to me by Bethesda, where I have access to all the cards from the expansion. Not every single one unlocked, but I do have access to basically everything right now. And I'm just going to go into the deck builder, and I'm going to try to make the deck I put together on my phone and see if I could do something with it. Maybe in some practice matches, maybe some other streamers are online right now that we're gonna play with. I need to add some more of the other streamers or Bethesda players, but either ways, enough just getting hyped. This is what I've put together right now. I'm just gonna put it together real fast, and then we could go from there. So I started off with Curse. Let's just go in order, and then we could discuss what the deck's all about. But it's all a thought process, all right, guys? All a thought process. And I definitely want to see what you guys think about the deck and how would I refine it. It's not even on a Legends deck. It's just something in my phone right now. We got Drain Vitality is the next card right here. It's going to be a triple attribute deck. It's going to have agility, agility, red, strength, and intelligence. So that's what we have right now. Drain Vitality. I have let's see, next up we have Corpse for the 1 cost right now. Just did it in order. We have it right here. Okay, I'll just write it in. So this new expansion for me right now, guys, it's just getting me really excited once again for deck building, and it's been such a long time. I'm not trying to throw any shade at the game right now. It's just been a long time since I've been really excited to go ahead and build decks again. As you guys know, like if you go back to my early days of doing Legends videos and streams, I wanted to help new players build decks. I wanted to build decks all the time. I'll just build decks for fun. If they're bad, they're bad. They're great, they're great. But now it's just finally with these new cards making such a big impact on the way they play the game. Plot, you know, betray. It all makes a big impact on the way the game is actually played. It's making me really excited once again to go in here and think about building decks when I'm out and about as well. So Shadow Shift something else up in here, guys. Just give me a second. We're gonna have to do it this way because I don't remember everything I wrote down, and I have to look at my phone. So like my phone's in my hand. I'll hold it up so you guys see what I'm doing. I'm looking at my phone. I'm coming back, and it's gonna be interesting too, as I'm sure some of you guys are watching this right now. You could go ahead and look at what I'm actually attempting to build and see if that's something, you know, if you guys guess what I'm trying to go for. Let me just go into my audio settings real quick. I want to make sure my right microphone is selected, because I've been getting some messages on my videos that there's a lot of background noise, and that could be true. Like I live in somewhere where the audio is not very great, and with that being said, like a lot of the droning or noise in the background, for me, my brain just like blanks it out. It doesn't bother me. It's just where I live. It's not. I'm like, I don't live in the woods. So I mean, I don't live somewhere that it's a quiet neighborhood. It's just not the type of place I live. So with that being said, there's just going to always be noise in the background. But I did mess with my audio settings a bit to see if I can remove some of that background stuff, and I do know how to fix it. Like I have Adobe Audacity, where I can actually edit out background audio, but I really don't do that for these Legends videos, guys. You guys gotta admit with me, man. I only have 2,000 subscribers on this channel. I'm not really making any money on this. Like if it's gonna cost me hours to edit out background audio, like that stuff I will do on like some of my other channels where I just really want to put a lot of effort into those videos. A lot of effort into that stuff. It's not that Legends videos I'm putting any less effort, but as you guys see it, like with Legends videos I stutter. I'm just here for the fun of it. Like this is just me being hyped about a game I enjoyed. It's the same reason I started this channel. I just really enjoyed the game, and I wanted to share my love of the game, and then to help out some new players as well. That's why I made the Discord to have people to talk about what I think about and share this stuff. Like when I thought about this deck, I was like, okay, this is a cool little interesting idea, and this can probably show some mechanics that I'm sure some of you guys never even know that's going to be an expansion. Because if you don't follow everything like Legends deck, Reddit, or you don't keep on top of all the stuff that's coming on with a new expansion, you want to see a lot of it like either yourself, or if you watch me or a few other people, you might just have missed out on some combo ideas. And I'm just like, okay, there definitely is some strategy, because I was really thinking about oh yeah, I need a triple card. The triple card will be you to start the other. There we go. Oh yeah, so there we go. Triple card right there. And then we're gonna go to the 2 Magicka. We need the new girl. Where is her? Oh yeah, let me press this in case I don't have them, because I might not have all the cards soul summoned yet, and I have to see. Because like I said, I was just thinking about some of the cards, and I'm my phone. Dropped my phone right now. The struggle is real. Like when you hype for expansion and you're just like, man, I want to just try this with other players. This is why I want the tournament tools in the game. I just like would love to have like just a triple attribute deck tournament. That would be like so much fun to see what people come up with. And I'm not even trying to say here this is gonna be like really competitive, because I really don't know if triple attribute decks are going to be great for ranked play overall, because there's so many good dual attribute with 50 cards that you could make with some of these cards. But for me, I'm here for the triple attributes. That's a new thing in the game. That's why I'm here to see if I can make it work. All right, so we got Wardcraft we'll throw in here. I'm not sure about the numbers and everything I'm going to be putting in here yet, so just give me a second. Let's do some Gatekeeper to get some attack. If you guys haven't had an idea what I'm doing here, we're definitely going to be playing off of this card right here. Definitely going to be playing off of him to take advantage of that. So we have some Gatekeepers in here. And here's one of the key cards in this deck. If we could put it out exactly correctly, this card could be really powerful for us. So we were talking during the live streams, and some people were like, why would you ever want to silence your own creature and just get +2? So this card right here, people were like, during my live stream, like, this card, there's already 0-cost silence. Why do you need this? You can already use this press if you're playing with a warrior deck. I saw that in my live stream, but I was like, you know what? I understand what you're saying. You usually want to use suppress on your opponent's creature. You usually want to silence your opponent creatures. There's very few cards in the game currently where you want to silence your own creature, and I don't usually like that strategy myself, but I'm saying this card has its uses by giving the +2 and the 1, and I was just like, you know, there's going to be situations that you're going to want to combo these together, especially when you're playing with a card like this right here, which makes it, if you have a 5 power or more, reduce the cost of all cards in your hand by 1. So with this right here, this is becoming, this card is permanently shackled. It's a 3 magic card with 5/4. It's permanently shackled. You could equip the freaking 1-cost card to it, and now it becomes a 7/4. That's not permanently shackled anymore. I know some people are like, why don't you just use, you know, this right here? But I just think this is overall a bad card. This is not a good card to me, even in this situation, because even if this somehow stays permanently shackled because I don't draw this card out, this is still a 5/4 guard that my opponent still has to deal with, either by trading into, using a lightning bolt to it, 2 firebolts, or piercing javelin. This still is a guard, and it still has a problem for my opponent to deal with while it's on the field, even while it's permanently shackled. So it still gives me some advantages while is permanently shackled, and that's the type of thing I was thinking, like, okay, even if it's and another strategy with this card, which is what I was thinking about this morning, is like, yo, it's permanently shackled and it's a guard. My opponent might not think it's serious. My opponent might not, because it's a new expansion right now, your opponent might make mistakes until they learn the cards. They might let a card like this stay alive, and so once you could play those other cards that combo with having a 5 power or more creatures on the field, that card might still be alive because your opponent's not paying attention to it. Your opponent doesn't care about it. Your opponent might play something like that makes it remove the guard and just let it stay alive because it's permanently shackled, so who cares? But they may not realize to get rid of it as soon as possible because it's setting up the later parts of the deck. That's the thing I want with this card. I want this card to stay there and set up the later parts of the deck. Okay, all right, so like I said, I'm pretty hyped for this expansion. Just thinking about deck building here has got me super excited. So let's keep going. There's a lot more cards we have to add in here to hopefully make this work. Corsair Ship, I'm not playing super support heavy. I don't want this deck to rely on supports, but there are supports that can help us out. Corsair Ship could give some of these creatures that you guys are going to see very soon that 1 extra point of attack to really help out the rest of the deck. So we might be able to get that out. If we don't, it doesn't really matter. It's a 75 card deck, so you can't really depend on supports too much, I feel, yet with this type of deck, because we have to have a way to draw those cards out, and this deck is not going to be draw heavy. That's the one disadvantage with this deck. It's not going to be draw heavy, but there are ways to draw, which we will be coming up very soon with Goblin. Goblin is such a key card in this deck, which you guys will see, and if you guys don't even know about the combos coming with Goblin, oh, you're about to know in a second. All right, so we need Archer. Archer is one of those cards that's in this deck. It's just because there's so many more supports in the game, I think you need to have support removal. Like, I think like every deck nowadays are going to run some type of support removal if possible, if they're not just going straight aggro. And even if you are going straight aggro, Archer is one of those cards that are aggro because it deals 1 damage, and it's a guard so it can protect you while being aggro and remove supports. I think this is a very balanced card. I said this was one of the best cards released as was a monthly reward. When this card came out, I was very impressed by it, and I'm still very impressed by it right now. And I think it's a card that players should never underlook. It's very useful at a 4 Magicka for what it does. Okay, let's keep moving on from there. Corsair Ship, Lightning Bolt is very key in this type of deck. If we get this deck to work exactly how I would like it to work, with this right starting hand, Lightning Bolt could become the key thing to win this game. Alright, we're gonna have Queen. Queen is one of those cards, once again, is not needed 100%. But her point right here is another creature that has 5 or more attack, and because it has drain, it's another target for my opponent. I like to have bait cards. I don't know what other streamers, other Twitch, players call it. I just don't know. I like to have cards that I know my opponents are gonna kill. I like trying to predict what my opponent is gonna do. If I play this card, my opponent's not gonna want me to keep this card because they think that card is the two most important, so they might use a Lightning Bolt on this, they might use a Piercing Javelin on this, but the card I play on turn 5 is the card I actually want to keep. So my opponent plays their one Piercing Javelin to kill Queen, but in the next turn I play the card I actually wanted to stay alive that is only a unique card, I only have 1 of it, then it works out for me. I want to whittle out some of my opponent's deck, and I have a deck coming like that. I have a deck that's I'm going to be putting together, I thought about it too, that has so many cards that your opponent's going to want to remove, but if you're playing like a mage deck, like they're going to remove, but they're not realizing that I'm just trying to delay the game too. My early game is all about you removing my creatures and just keep waiting, making sure my health stays high. I don't want you to go aggro because my late game is where I'm gonna come back and win the match. But I digress. I am just like super excited for this expansion. I digress right now. He's in here. We just throw him in here right now because I see him right now. Let's keep on going. Right here. So this is one of those cards that I just wasn't sure if I needed it yet. In this deck, it's one of those things I might take out. This is where I'm gonna say I'm definitely gonna need some type of refinement here, but because I'm the 5-drop I'm gonna be playing, I definitely feel like I need to have guards. Like if you guys have noticed already, I've been playing pretty defensively in some cases. Like this is a good 1-drop. If I don't get to play it as a 1-drop, I could play it with Exalted 3 and then it could then remove an opponent's creatures. I just need to make sure that I could stay alive until I could get my combos going. I need to just not lose the game quickly to an aggro type of deck, if possible, which it's a big attribute in the game. You know, a lot of people play aggro, so you're gonna see it a lot. And in fact, early game is one of the most common, if you rank, 12, is one of the most common things because it's very easy to make an aggro deck compared to making a ramp scout deck where you might need a lot of more expensive cards. So we got that there. Let me keep on going, guys. I'm sorry, it's a really freaking big deck. We have, like I said, some of these like Doppelganger, Doppelganger, I only have 1 right now, but you guys will see why in a second. If you guys don't already know, I know some of you guys will know instantly. Okay, this is a new card, hand. I need 3 of these. So this works with the 5 attack, war, drain. Very good card to play out. It's hard for your opponent to get rid of using like lightning bolts, fire bolts, or different things like that. It needs to be cursed, then it needs to be wounded, then finish off, or leaf lurker, stuff like that, or piercing javelin. It's one of those cards that your opponent might have to have a little bit of work to actually take care of it as 5-drop. Or if you can make this thing a guard, it's even more powerful at that. Like drain on this card is just a bonus to me. Like right now, as the breakthrough award is amazing, and if you could get the drain off, it just helps out your whole entire strategy overall. And we have leaf lurker, which I was talking about. Leaf Lurker combos into the Goblin and the curses and everything else we're about to do in 1 second. So I'm going to put in 2 Leaf Lurkers. That's what I have written here. So we have 2 Leaf Lurkers. And then here comes a key card for this build. It's like, I wanted to make sure the deck is not completely dependent on 1 card, but she's here right here, man. Therina. Tarina is, from my experience playing this game on the Twitch day when I was playing against Legends, streamers, and Bethesda, this card is unfreaking believable. And if you guys have not seen my full stream where I streamed for hours and I played these cards, and I just randomly put together decks real quickly. I wasn't really thinking too deep. This card's unbelievable. You play an action and then it puts 3 copies of 0 copies off those actions. So you play her, and then you play a curse. Now you got 3 copies of you got 3 more copies of curses on the in your deck. So you want to have a card like Goblin in your hand, in your starting hand, right? You have Goblin, you drop Goblin down on turn 2 or 3, whatever it might be. You pull out a curse. You don't play that curse. If you only have 1 curse, you keep that curse. You keep that curse until you get her onto the field. Now you get 3 more curses in your deck, and then your goblins could draw those out. But then again, if you play out a double ganger, now you have double ganger. Oh no, sorry, I have to get rid of this. This is not needed for this deck. I forgot. Some reason my brain was thinking when I wrote this down that this was an action. This is actually a creature. So I need to remove this. The only reason I had this here is because I thought this was an actual action. Why did I think that? I don't know why I thought it was an action, but that was just a mistake. See, like I said, when you hyper stuff, you just forget what a card actually is. This is a creature, not an action. Duh, of course, it's just gonna transform. So I was like, I could use it though to transform into her, but we might go back to that later. But I can't guarantee that because I'm only gonna be running so many of this, and like my whole strategy is not about running like triple of her, because you could overwhelm your deck by just keep drawing the same action over and over. Like having 3 of her on the field might be cool, but if you put 9 copies of a freaking curses in your deck and all you're drawing is curses, you're probably not going to win the deck with that. So as good as her effect is, you do still have to be careful on what you make her effect activate on. That's why I wanted to be very careful on which actions I have her activate with. Like something like Drain Vitality. If she's going to shuffle 3 other copies of Drain Vitality in my deck, that's a good removal card and it's going to work out quite well. If you're playing her with SharePoint Dragon, that might work out quite well as well in the tech like this. But I'm not sure yet on SharePoint Dragon, but because I just took out 1 card, I might be able to do that. I just might be able to do SharePoint Dragon. But let's keep on going. I'm talking too much instead of adding cards. We have lots of cards to add, being is a 70 card deck. And I have myself up. We're going to do Sails Through the Storm. It's my favorite card from the last big, you know, I just love this card. When its effect happens, it can be quite effective. So right now there's a bunch of cards in here that I'm not sure if I'm gonna add more, like Archer's Gambit. Archer's Gambit combos well with the strategy of being able to allow Goblin to attack, face, and draw out another 0-cost card. So if I'm in a position that where I could play Archer and then I could get more Archers from her, but like I said, it was just something I put together real quick. We're not even done yet. Let's keep going. More cards to add in. All right, Ancestor. Okay, Ascended Sleeper. So I actually got a premium version of this. I was unbelievably so cool because the arms look awesome with the fire, not fire, what I'm gonna say, lightning bolt going between both of it. It's like so cool. So we're actually rocking 3 of these. Key for what I want to do. Sails. Then we're gonna do. Okay, so here's where I am not sure if all this is going to work out, but I have to just try it. So I have one of these because I got it from a pack. So I was thinking about the cards that I already knew I had, because like I said, I don't have every card, but I do have one. I knew I got one of these when I opened up those 60 packs. So I wanted to put this in there because so far I know it's really simple, but I love Rally. I think Rally is one of the coolest little additions to the game. If you keep your hand healthy, I like it's just a very simple. And for the people that don't know it, which I'm gonna make a tips video, you could get Rally from Mundstone. Mundstone has become so much more valuable because your creatures could actually get summoned and get the keyword Rally, which could power up the rest of your hand, power up charged creatures in your hand to make it so that when you attack with that creature, you might give that Tezcat, that Cliff Racer now has 5/5 instead of 4/4, and a 5/5 Cliff Racer is way more valuable than a 4/4 because it was rallied. Little things like that you're gonna have to really be thinking about with this expansion, and you're gonna have to be expecting stuff like that from your opponent. Rally is one of those keywords. I think when you get in more the professional players than I ever am, because I'm just one of these hype guys. That's just me. I'm speaking fastly, I'm having fun, and I love the game for that. And with that being said, I'm always gonna mess up unless I sit down and really take my time off video and just think about how to best make this deck. Well, let's go. This one should definitely be better than what I put together yesterday, because it's just a plain and simple fact that I actually did put a little bit of thought in this one, even though I was kind of busy. All right, so this card is key. I need to test it. This is gonna sound stupid, and I know some of you guys are like, duh, it works that way. But if I understand this right? Summon a random creature from your deck with the cost equal to your current Magicka. When I first read this card, and when I was thinking about making this deck, right, what I have on my phone, I thought it says your max magicka, your current max magicka. For some reason, I put max before after current. Because if it was your max magicka, then that means that when you play this as a 6-drop, you get to summon you summon a free 6-drop monster. But it says your current magicka, which means if you wanted to summon a creature with a creature that had 6 magicka, you would have to play this when you have 12 magicka. Right? If I understand it correctly, it says your current magicka. So you play this, it costs you 6, and then at most you could summon up a 6 magicka card unless you ramped and you play this later on in the game. If that's the way I understand it, because it says current and not max, then this is not as valuable as I once thought it was when I was thinking about making this deck. Because when I thought about making this deck, I was thinking about this guy as well. I was like, oh my god, this guy could summon up so many cards from this deck, could work out so great. If I play him, he could summon up, you know, Ancestor Sleeper. He could summon up Sails if I could play it that same turn he plays it. Or the next turn, he could summon up the 7-drop, which obviously is going to be a very powerful one because... Oh yeah, and I was thinking about... World Eater's Irie decks. Oh, so many. But yeah, Giant, come on. You don't stop playing Giant because there's a new expansion. Giant's one of those key cards. This thing was nerfed and it's still a beast. Even it was nerfed and then it got powered up because now you can unsummon your own creatures, which is a valuable in its own right. Because you can unsummon, you can play this in the Shadow Lane, unsummon a Harpy, and then play the Harpy back if you have enough magicka. Like you do that all in one turn. Like you can play a Harpy. You play a Harpy, that's 2. You play this, that's set. You shackle a creature. You play this, that's 9 magicka right there. Then you unsummon the Harpy, and you play that again, that's 11 magicka. I've done all that. Its ability to unsummon a creature has become so important to this card. And you can see, you could tell, guys, I was like rushing to come here and make this video because I didn't even take off my glasses. Like I usually have my glasses off when I'm making videos, but it's still on. It's still on. All right, let's keep on going. So, like I said, on my phone I have 3 of these cards, but until I actually test this card out and see for a fact that's how it works with your current magicka and not that your max magicka. If it works with your max magicka, what I would love, this card is OP. OP. But let's keep going. On Carno. See, I was like, the way I was thinking about this card so much, I was like, oh, if this works with your current max magicka, then that means that when I play it on turn 8, then that means it instantly summons on Carno. So now that I took a second to really think about it, like, oh, that doesn't work. Like, I don't think it works like that. Then I'm definitely gonna be just feeling really stupid, and I might have to really refocus this whole deck. That's why I'm making this video too, because I want your guys' opinion. Like, oh, well, if you're gonna be if that strategy doesn't work, do this and replace. Like, I know there's some card that like when you play it, you get 6 extra magicka. I gotta look what that card is, because I think that's another cool card to have in a deck like this. I think Unstoppable Rage is an interesting card to have in here, because with her, if you're able to get 1 Unstoppable Rage off, that means that she's going to shuffle 3 0-cost Unstoppable Rages, which could be super valuable depending on the situation. My phone turned off. We're getting down there, guys. We have a few more cards to go. We have Lonith in here. Lonith is one of those cards that I think is actually super valuable in a deck like this, because if I'm able to combo Therina with the lightning bolts, and I get enough lightning bolts in my deck. All right, so this is the dream. This is my dream when I was thinking about this. Other than you know, Genius Path Mage, my dream was the fact that I could play her. Where she's at? I could play her, right? My opponent attacks me. I play her on turn 5. My opponent attacks me on the following turn. I get a Prophecy Lightning Bolt. That's what I want. I want a Prophecy Lightning Bolt. I use that Lightning Bolt to hit face, or I hit a kill opponent creatures. She shuffles 3 more Lightning Bolts in my deck. I need to have Goblin on the field. Goblin pulls out that 0-cost Lightning Bolt. Now I have a 0-cost Lightning Bolt, and I still already drew a card. So I just drew a regular card, I drew a lightning bolt, or if I drew the lightning bolt and then that goblin still draws out, that's 2 lightning bolts in my hand, that's 8 damage. So if I did go all face, that's 4, 4, 4, that's 12 damage I could have put all directly to the face, on top of the 2 damage that goblin put out, that's 14 damage. That's almost half your opponent's health. Yes, it takes a lot of stuff to happen to have this pull off, but I'm just like, there's gonna be some crazy freaking stuff happening. Now, obviously I don't need to play a triple attribute deck to even do what I just said. I literally could just play a regular mage deck. I could play a battle mage deck to do, no, not mage deck, I'm sorry. I could play a mage assassin deck to do that. You could play an assassin deck that's dual attribute. You could be playing with green and intelligence, agility and intelligence, and you could do that strategy. But me being me thinking, I was like, you know what, I want to play with a triple attribute. Like, I feel like there's gonna be so many other people out there gonna be making great dual attribute decks with this, and I'm gonna try my best to make some fun triple attribute stuff and make some crazy stuff happen. All right, let's keep moving. The hype is real. Hype is real, guys. All right, I am going to be adding Aspect of Hersing in here because this is a card that I revealed, and I don't really feel like it's needed in this deck, truthfully. But it's a card I revealed, so I want to put one of them in there just to play with it. I only have one, and I don't want to soul summon another one, so we're only going to be playing one for now. Obviously, when I get more, you know, soul gems, and I, you know, play on my main account, I'll be able to do it because my main account, I'm going to have a whole lot of soul gems, a whole lot of gold. All right, so here is the interesting part of this deck, where I thought if I could pull this off, this deck is going to be beastie. So here we go. Supreme Atromancer. I always say Acromancer, but Atro, whatever. Here we go. So this is a 10 cost card now, right? If I'm able to pull off the combo with this guy right here, where it reduces the cost of all creatures in my hand by 1, that drops the cost of this down to 9. That drops the cost of this down to 8. You know, this to 8. This to 8. You know, this to 7. This to 6. This to 5. Like, it really could make a big difference having some of these cards cost 1 less. Now it says reduce the cost of all creatures in your hand by 1. What I don't understand, I'm not sure if this is a permanent reduction. I have to see. I haven't had the situation playing, because this, like I said, this is the second time I'm even getting on here and playing with these cards yet. I don't know if this is like, I think it's not. I think it's while it's on the field, but if it is a permanent reduction by 1, every time there's while it's on the field, that is unbelievably valuable. And this card is already okay as a 3/6 because it's a guard. Because it's a guard, it has an effect. It's not a card that you're just going to be playing in the Shadow Lane and have no big board impact. Your opponent's going to have to deal with this. And because of Bethesda was smart enough to give it only 3 attack, which I think is very key in this game, it's not accessible to Fellow the Mighty. It's not accessible to execute. You have to go ahead and use a lightning bolt and a firebolt. You have to use a piercing javelin. You have to use a leaf lurker, or you have to use a hit it and then finish off it. There's lots of stuff. And then I was thinking at the same exact time, that's why I have Ward Crafter in here. Ward Crafter is one of those early game cards that I could go ahead and give cards at Goblin. The targets for Ward Crafter for me was Goblin. Right there, Goblin's one. Another one's gonna be a card like her right here, and him. As cool as it is to be able to drain, we're gonna still want to. We don't want to be having so much health that your opponent doesn't want to hit us and give us cards. Because in a way, you want your opponent to be able to damage you, so you can keep cards in health. Because I don't have a lot of card draw in here yet. I really just don't. I mean, I might have to end up fixing that, and we might fix that very soon. So I think that's everything I have written down, because I had to change the deck because of the fact that, I don't think I even made, maybe I didn't even put enough 60 cards, 75 cards, or I don't have enough numbers. Let me just see what I have right now. Let's see. Okay, so I have 2 of these, because I just didn't want to have 3 yet. So we're just going to rock 2 of these right now. We're keeping 3 of those. We could, alright, because we're not adding 3 copies of some other cards. This allows us to do Archer's Gambit. So we'll just add in 3 Archer's Gambit. Oh, I don't have 3. I need 3 of these. Okay, that was it. Because I probably only had 1, so I have to soul summon that. See, that's the thing. Sometimes I forget that I don't have 3 copies of some of the newer cards. Ooh, what does this do? Exalted. Let's see. Betray, shackle creature. Not gonna use that. Okay, so we're gonna soul summon. And I love the concept of me actually trying out creatures that, you know, have almost a negative impact. Because like a lot of the creatures right now that do stuff like that, you know, shackle when opponent creatures, that silence, you know, are silenced when they get shackled when they're summoned, or like are die. Like okay, go back. The endurance attribute has them. Like I always thought they cost too much. This is 3 magicka is more flexible to me. At 5/4 3 magicka with guard, it makes me feel more comfortable in playing it. Okay, so I had 3. I need 3 of those. Is there anything else I was supposed to have 3 of that I didn't add? Oh, I think I need Dell, is it called? Oh yeah, this right here. I had 2 of these because I'm a big fan of Rally, and I just couldn't help. I can't help myself. Just yeah, you guys can help me find it. I know I shouldn't be playing with so many different types. I just want to try. You got to think about it. When you guys start playing the new expansion. I know some guys are gonna want to just go and rank with the most efficient deck from Legend. I want to just try everything. I just can't be the dude that's gonna be just want to win. I just want to play everything. I want to see the possibility and think of something new. That's just always in me. See, I'm not going to be spending my soul gems trying to make the best version of one deck. I want to try as many different possibilities and combinations of different decks together and then go from there. Okay, so I have 3 more cards. Is there anything that I missed? I have to put the Archer's Gambit in, Wardcrafter, Gatekeeper. I guess while I looked at my phone real quick, we'll just go House of Morrowind and just see if there was something else in here. Let me read on my phone real quick that I didn't add. Queen, Lightning. Oh, let me just go through it right now. So Curse, boom, boom, Drain Vitality, Ghost. I really hope this card becomes as. I use this card already. I think this card can become super popular if it's just in the right deck. Shadow Shift. I like the idea of moving cards around. And I thought so. I didn't even mention it. This is my idea for Shadow Shift. Shadow Shift is a great card in this setup because Shadow Shift with Tarina. If I'm saying her name correctly, Tarina, where's she at? Is amazing because the worst thing about the fact that she shuffles 3 cards in 3 more 0-cost copies of the card in your deck is that those 0-cost cards are filling up your deck and may not give you great value when you get them. I mean, maybe you wanted a monster, but Shadow Shift is almost one of the perfect cards to use. As long as you have a monster on your field, you can use Shadow Shift. You move your creature to another lane and you draw a card. So that's like a great combo. And I have a deck coming where I'm going to be playing with a move strategy too, where I'm gonna really take advantage of it by using the 3-cost agility card that allows you to get powered up when you move a creature. I will remember Dune Smuggler. So like if I was playing with 3 Dune Smugglers in here, right? Now when I play Shadow Shift at 0 cost, that's even more valuable, and I can play Archer's Gambit. But I have a deck coming where it makes even more efficient use of this, because if you combo Doom Smuggler with the whole same 0 cost strategy with one of the new House of Morrowind cards, I'll just let you guys know this right now. It's a Prophecy Guard with where is it? Maybe I don't have one. My eyes are just like bugging me. Come on, where are you? I'll just write Prophecy. Or maybe it wasn't a neutral. Maybe. Oh, this one. It's not. Yeah, this one. So if you combo the move strategy with this, it's a 2. This is a 2-drop, like a 2-drop 0/4 Prophecy summon. Move a friendly creature to this lane. Now I've seen people use this card in rank. You know, use this card, Embassy Guard, Prophecy Guard Ward, and I understand it could save you, but the move effect may be even as good than having Ward, because being able to control what lane your creature's in is highly advantage to you in Legends. Your opponent will play a guard in the wrong lane, well, in the right lane they think, and if you're able to move your creatures, that's gonna be super effective. So yeah, I have a deck I'm thinking of right now that's going to be using that quite effectively. I'm not sure if we should put Smuggler in here, because like I don't even know what a proper curve looks for, like for 75, like a 75 card deck. So that's like its own thing, and I only have the one support right now, which is Corsair Ship. Let me just look through this again. Did I have any other supports? And what other supports could be to my advantage in here? I was Ring of Nemera could help me keep for draws, so how about that? How about we drop in a Ring of Nemera here? I meant to press this. Oh, wait, what? Oh, sorry. Ring is a 4 Magicka. Oh, why did I say Ring of Nymeria? Oh, Nymeria Shrine. I don't know what the hell I was thinking about right there. So at the start of your turn, if you play three cards this turn, draw a card. So this deck is not set up for this exactly, and I do have a deck coming, like I said, taking advantage of that. But still, if I get the 0 cost cards in my deck, I could possibly play 3 cards in a turn to get some advantage out of this. Like, I'm not sure if I should have it, but we'll throw one in there right now. That'll be my second support for right now. And my last 2 cards, I will just... Let's just go see what we could get for 7+, just so I can look around. Oh, I have a Tullius deck coming. Tullius, yeah, that's coming. I still got to do the Singleton. We got the monthly reward card. This one says deal 4 damage to an enemy creature, 1 damage to all other creatures. That card is pretty cool if I could get its cost down. This card would be pretty good in a... World Eater. Yeah, World Eater deck would be pretty good with this one. Your opponent chooses a card and their hand to give it to you. I'm not sure if I'm going to be rocking with that. I did try this combo, yeah. Having Spirit Knife, deal 7 damage, draw a card, and combo with Tarina is amazing. I did do that already in the live stream. People were like, that's freaking nuts. You just put a 7 damage card for 0 cost, and then you draw a card after playing it. Anything that allows you to play a card and draw a card and have a significant board impact to your opponent, like disadvantage them, is really pretty cool. I mean, if this is 7 damage to the face, that would be nuts. It would be probably too OP. I could put another Supreme Atromancer. So really play that as my win card. I'm sure there's stuff I'm just not thinking about right now. How about this? Maybe draw, because we could be throwing like something to help us out draw. Because I mean, other than the Shadow Shift, potentially the drawing card, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Oh wow, that's gonna be really useful in some decks. Draw a random multi-attribute card from your deck. Ooh, this could get out those cards a lot sooner. I think this is actually... I think I need at least 1 of those. We should at least try it, because that gives me the card I instantly want. Only problem, as a 1/1, it's not gonna really have that. Oh, no. I'm not sure. That seems like it might be bad for this deck. It might be bad. Rapid Shot. Okay. Yeah, that's a better card. Rapid Shot deals damage, draw cards, and it works well with her effect. Because remember, I'm a little messed up now because I think Path Mage won't work the way I want. We'll take him out. He's a good card, but I don't think in this specific deck is good, so... We'll do two Rapid Shots ways, because if you look, my whole concept of early game is just basically survive. I'm not trying to really like do much in the way of damage. I'm not really trying to win the match early. It's not an aggro deck. I don't even know if you would even consider this, but it has some aggro cards, but that's not what we're playing for early game. It would be more late game aggro, if anything, once I get those 5 damage creatures out and start using them effectively. I might soul summon another copy of this if this works out correctly, but I think it won't. Okay, I don't have a name for this deck, so I'm just going to call it exactly what it is. You guys can see it right here, so let's go ahead and finish up right now. And if you guys remember me talking about before, I really was hyped for Archer before the start of this expansion. I really was. What I should do right now is add all the other streamers that, you know, that are playing Legends in the test server, so I can add them. And so, you know what? I'm going to pause the video right now, and I'm going to add every other streamer that's on the test server to my friend list. And that way, if any of them are on, we could go ahead and try to play them. Because I'm pretty sure if I go into Versus right now and go casual, it's going to say like 9 minutes to find a match. And that sounds kind of a long time to wait. But you guys won't see the pause. It will only be me. So I'm about to go add a whole lot of people to this friend list of this account so I can hopefully play some people. Be right back, guys. You guys will see me in a split second. Alright, I'm back. I know that was like kind of instant for you guys, but I was going for a long time because as you guys see, there is a lot of test accounts. Like this one's 100. So I just added a whole lot of streamers and a whole lot of people, I'm guessing from over Bethesda as well. And I'm also going to make a little announcement right here, and I'm going to let them know on the Discord and on Twitter, if I can, on Twitter, because there's a lot of people to tweet if I do it on Twitter, but Discord and on Reddit, that I've added at least the major streamers. So like right here, one of the great moderators for the Legends community has put together this great Legends, this post on Reddit, where he went ahead and posted up all the Twitch streamers that he knows, their test server names. So I went ahead and added every single body right here. I'm sure we all know. Right here, he posted it up, and I'm gonna let them know that I added them, and anybody who's in the test server, who's another streamer, or whoever, who might want to test a deck. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna have the best deck to play against you, but I will be one of those people that'll be available, that you can message me, add me in game. If you have access to the test server and you're watching this, add me, and I will be able to go ahead and test out a deck with you. So there you go. You will be able to have somebody to test out, because right now, with my friend list only having one person, or if it's gonna take let's say 9 minutes, I'm guessing 9 minutes to find a match, it's not going to be really that great. Yes, playing solo versus is fun, but mostly what we could do right now is either play expert, adept, or warrior and go from there. And that's not like the best way to test out a deck possible, especially if you're adept and expert, because sometimes adept is too meh, and then expert is like super just aggro, and the AI seems to have something against you. But either ways, we could test this out, and I do like that the AI is using some of the new cards. We will keep these two. I would be afraid of my opponent using a support mage, but I don't remember the AI playing support mage very much. So we can start with Goblin. So
my sword is yours.
Yeah, it's not gonna be support mage. See what I'm saying about the AI? Like, the AI shouldn't have done that. Like, they should have played the guard in the right lane. This is something that a regular human would always do.
If I fall, the hiss.
So we're actually going to power up Drain Vitality right now. I kind of want to save it so I can use it with Tarina, but oh, it is a support mage. Okay, I guess I never ran into that, or if I did, I forgot. It is actually a support mage. Okay, here we go. So we'll test out this crazy deck and see how it goes. Okay, here we have the second Drain Vitality. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and kill this here.
Close ranks. Let nothing
there. Put that there. AI seems to go after the strongest creature, and not the creatures that can give you the most value long game. So as strong as it will probably want to kill this before actually killing the Goblin, which is actually the strongest, well, the most threatening creature right now.
Shall we put in a dishonest day's work?
Just in case the AI wants to go ahead and yeah, we're not gonna break a run. Goes ahead and wants to power this up. We'll just stay right there.
Steadfast, brothers.
Strike hard.
It's funny that the effect still shows.
We shall take the fight
even though
to
there's
them.
nobody, there. Okay, here we go. So now we got a guard. So now we could test this out. You know what? I'm not gonna be okay. We have 7 Magicka. So if my theory is correct, this will summon a 1 Magicka creature right now, right? If my theories are correct and it's your current Magicka, well, I mean, it's not a theory. It's pretty
right
obvious.
This way.
It's gonna be that 1 Magicka creature for my deck.
We'll have to settle this the hard way.
Yeah. So Unfortunately, my brain was thinking, when I was thinking about making this deck, was Max Magica, and I was like, oh, now I'm seeing it like, you're not going to work the way I wanted you to. No, I mean, it would have been so OP, but I was like, maybe they'll have an OP card like that, because there are some really cool other cards in this expansion. Alright, we don't need to do anything other than... No, this is actually one of those times. It's fine. Let's just wipe the board. The best offense is offense. In this case. Alright, there we go. Alright, we got our big boy right there. So that's all coming. So now we're going to put this guard here.
I will not fall.
So we're going to
I can smell
here.
you.
We're gonna Archer's Gambit here. We're gonna wait before we draw out the next card.
Repetition is the key to mastery.
They're giving me cards? Oh, you're just too damn kind. What?
Tell me your injuries.
I should have went to Expert first, but I kind of wanted to play a deck just to test out the deck real fast. But giving me cards, I love you. Alright, so here we go. Well, I mean...
This is but a dream waking over and over.
Then we could draw here. We keep the last curse.
I can smell your fear.
Draw here.
Seems I must stoop to their level.
Chaos take you. I will not fall.
Attack here. Yeah, we'll actually open this.
Careful there, friend.
We'll put this goblin over here. Having two goblins is going to be highly more effective. Look at that, reduced by 1.
This day is mine. This day is mine. My sword is yours.
See, this is where I wish I had another 5-cost creature right now.
Seems I must stoop to their level.
Chaos take you.
I can smell your fear.
This is but a dream waking over and over. Poor animal. You understand nothing.
So what I'm learning right now is like, maybe I need to have a little bit more higher
May the
cost
ancestors bless
5-cost cards, because I have 2 of these out and I'm getting no effect from it really. So maybe I need more earlier. I could play into red and place. I was thinking it'd be too risky, but then again, I'm still playing the AI. This is why I think I'm gonna need to play real people. I'm still playing the AI here.
Poor animal. You understand nothing.
And with so many cards in the deck, it's gonna be kind of hard to draw out exactly what you want. Alright, so let's try it on Expert. Expert, the AI is gonna be playing super more aggressive, so just a first test. I'm actually pretty happy with the test, in fact, because I was hoping that I made the deck so that even if it didn't work out with the 5 attack or higher cards, reducing the cost of the cards in my hand, and especially with the whole entire concept, like this deck doesn't have an extreme amount of draw possibilities right now. Like, you know, it'll be really great if I get, you know, trying out and just constantly drawing cards that I can reduce the cost of and play those cards, but this is not a ramp deck. So, yeah. And if I have to look for that RAM card that when you play it, you gain 6 magic, I gotta look for that card too. I forgot about that one. So, we will actually keep everything here except for Sergeant's Guild Recruit. Now I'm very hesitant about playing this card, more than one of this card right now, in a non-ramp deck. We'll keep with Goblin first, because after Goblin we can play into Ward Crafter. Like I was saying, being able to give Ward Crafter not Ward Crafter, being able to give Goblin Ward is really to our advantage.
If I fall,
Well, but we don't need to do that just yet, because we can use this as a defensive line. So that kind of sucks right there. Still could be annoying. That's what I'm saying. The AI, only the AI would do that. A real player would never do that. A real player would never have ever done that. Ugh. Alright.
Careful there, friend.
We know who the most valuable. But even still against AI, right now, the strategy is working. I'm just trying not to lose the game early on. That's the whole point here. So I can't even play this as a 6-drop because as a 6-drop, I'm not getting no advantage.
Your blood will spill!
Rye-skin fool!
Unstoppable rage. Okay.
Can you please help me?
Well, yes, I can. I can help you out with a lightning bolt to the face. How about that?
There's only so much that honor can allow. The waters.
Playing more zero-cost cards, I would have been enjoying a lot of them.
Rye-skin fool!
Alright, we got our guard.
Steal from folks who ain't using it. That's the key.
That's the key. Okay. Well, now we actually got a few options. All things given.
This is but a dream waking over and over.
My family has endured
Fuck!
enough.
I should see new cards. I should have rallied first.
My
Because I could have potentially got this as a stronger guard.
My family has endured enough.
Should have rallied first, man. That's little things like that you're gonna have to learn. Okay, so that doesn't work for a rally.
I wasn't looking.
Huh.
See them spleen.
Oh, the fucking more you know. So that allows me to summon, okay, Break Ring of Magicka. This could give me, well, give me that, but that just made me lose
Right
anyway.
this way.
This will summon a 4-cost.
We'll stand together.
The guard. I'm trying to make it work here. Then play this
Our stronghold.
as another guard. We hit you. Go from there.
I shall be your eyes and ears.
So in the right deck, this is gonna be interesting. Alright, Dark Guardian.
See them spleen.
Alright,
People are so trusting.
that's fine. Then we Unstoppable Rage it. Because this is only level 1. We actually almost don't want to attack. Because if we play Supreme
Whisper your
next
need
turn,
to the
we
scales.
don't want her to break Arm of Ruin. Okay. So we play
Elements,
this.
I summon thee.
Play that.
Gone.
Make sure they can't kill this. And turn. We can
I
play
shall be
this.
your eyes
We can
and
play this
ears.
as Exalted to deal the 2 damage. And then go from there. Ah! Give a creature +2. Silence a creature and give it +2. That's not bad given this dude right here. But either ways, we're gonna go ahead and play this here.
We'll have to settle this.
So if you guys never seen an exalted creature, this is how it works. It gives you cancel or exalt. Then we get to deal the 2 damage. We'll do the deal 2 damage over here. Okay. Then we're gonna go ahead and silence this. Now that becomes a 7-3. Right? Then we're gonna go ahead and kill you. Then we're gonna go ahead and hit face here. We'll trade here.
Say or curse you!
Here. That. Hit face there. And have a pretty good field right now, all things considering. We have 12 damage on the right. Ice Storm would rock my face when it comes to these creatures right here, but then I will still keep these because Exalted here, Supreme being 9-drop and being Exalted is pretty cool, I must admit, but straight through. So yeah, the next step definitely is to go ahead and get playing against some real people. That's really the next step, but right now this is what we have to do. We have to try it out in practice mode, which is what is practice mode is fine. And the good thing about practice mode in itself is because, well, you will see stuff that you wouldn't expect. Like I wouldn't expect to trade a last grass creature that's not going to give you, you know, you don't get no effect from without playing another creature like happened. And seeing some unexpected scenarios sometimes is to your own advantage when it comes to building decks and thinking about building a deck. So I was going to just do a few of these, but not over here. Let's try a few different things. So do the shrine. And that's what I was saying. I didn't want to make this deck to be something that completely depended on Tarina. I didn't want it to just be, I had to have that card for this deck to work.
If I fall,
The AI definitely could use Execute here. Rift Team, okay.
I will push them back.
You have been warned.
Okay, that's fine. Draw a card. Hopefully it's Curse. Oh, no Curse. That would have been awesome.
chaos take
I get to keep my health high.
We
You don't have to
fight as
worry.
one.
This is one of those cards, I'm impressed when people get it to work, right? But overall, in general, I'm like, damn. Okay, if I understand this correctly, I would need to have 4 Magicka for this to be able to be exalted. So I would have to actually break the Ring of Magicka to actually have that effect happen. I can't, it says exalted 3. You know what? As much as I want to play the Shrine, I just want to try this. I just want to try. If I'm getting exalted right, I need to have 4 Magicka because it already costs 1.
We'll have to settle this the hard way.
Oh! Oh, it tells you. Ah, okay. Bethesda, good. Bethesda and Direwolf, good programming. Definitely good programming there because they see that I have the ring, and it actually shows you that you should use the ring to go ahead and if you want to have that effect happen. Very good. I'm glad. And almost that even makes even more sense in case you randomly summon an exalted creature from your deck or through some other effect like Belmore Spymaster. But we're not going to take it right now because I'm going to want to save the ring for later when we play something like Sales. But I'm glad that actually came up as a prompt. I'm very much happy with that.
Your orders. Your
Your
orders.
orders.
Your
Your
orders.
orders.
Your orders.
Your orders. So here we go.
I feel a storm coming.
Draw this here. That will get rid of you. I could have saved this for ring, but I am not going to do that. I will do this
Into the breach.
That's teamwork.
I hear
See,
and
like,
obey.
that's the type of thing the
Follow
AI
me,
does.
men.
That's not good. That's really not good.
If I can't steal it, it can't be stolen.
I will not fall.
That. That's fine. If that's the thing they piercing javelin, fine.
Time to fight.
That's fine. I'll just have to live with that.
Time to fight. Fire all we.
Acknowledge.
Good.
Soldiers, report.
That's not gonna help me out, especially if my opponent plays. Yeah.
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
They play a Divine Fervor next turn. Fine, deal with that. Oh, I doing bad things. Resolute should have been played into the right lane, so you get to keep this.
Time to fight.
In my opinion.
Time to fight.
Into the breach.
Alright.
Attack.
I hear and obey.
Rally charge.
Into the breach.
Talos.
Okay. Can't combo this with anything else. Taking all that damage without any damage. But if I do get Unstoppable Rage, because this in the end, this is a rage deck. We can rage the hell out of something right now.
Acknowledge.
In my face.
Fires all we.
In your face.
Into the breach. Acknowledge.
In the end, it is an Unstoppable Rage deck.
Talos.
Oh man. Who is Legends of Interest in game? Let's go. No prophecy. They got prophecy. And I still would lose either ways. I don't have enough damage. Because the AI, unless I get a prophecy next turn, I would have lost. So I would still, my AI would have still had too much.
Into the breach.
Unless I would have got prophecy right there, which I didn't.
Acknowledge.
You can't defeat us.
Try again. Try again. Gonna need a lot of testing. Head. And just refined it a bit. It's not that I lost one match makes me want to refine it, but I'm glad I tried certain things now, which gives me the opportunity to change other things and think about certain stuff that I want to. Alright. Sails we're going to keep because we have Archer's Gambit, making that highly more valuable. Leaf Lurkers we're keeping. The card I'm actually truthfully... I don't think Ring is going to work out very well. I mean, Shrine is going to work out well here. Not much at all. In my other deck, this would have been highly more valuable. But I like this early game. I know I was doing a lot of goblins without, because I'm like this. There are other zero cost cards, but this is the fact is I just don't want to have. I don't want to put. No, I'm not putting more zero cost. I'm not risking it. I'm just not risking it. What I will do though. Let's try some plot. Let's try some pot. This plots and reduce the cost of a card in my hand. I like that in concept. It's an item. And I haven't played with plot much yet. This puts them in my hand. That gives, they drop at one magicka, they draw. That's cool. Lonathan, like my thing with Lonathan in for that last light bolt that costs us 0 magicka is a dream right now. But that's a big dream, and a lot of things have to go right for that to happen. I want to play with you more, but you're not really that effective for this deck. Unless I do reduce the cost of this card enough. But it's like, I can't play you at 6 magic. So like, that's the problem. I really would have to reduce the cost down so I could get some more value out of it. So for that, I'm going to take him out. I'm going to try the plot thing because I do have enough low cost cards that I could combo plot with. The +1/1 on Ghost, the +1/1 on Fighter's Guild Recruit, Goblin, Wardcrafter, Gatekeeper really would actually be significantly helpful. To the point that I think it might actually help. So that's what I'm going with there. I want this card in here because of Rally. That's really all it is, but I'm not playing aggro enough to take the best effect out of it. Yeah, let's see. What do we have that's high damage? Low cost, under 4 magicka, high damage. What would I want to add? Is there one card that would be significant enough add? I'm just gonna try by magic account right now. Then we go down, go back. Swap a creature's power and health. Okay. Is there anybody I have on the field that would work quite well with this? Not on my side. Other than... Huh. This becoming 8 attack is pretty cool. This becoming 4/2 is way more valuable. This having 6/3, 3/6 is interesting too. Let me try this. I just want to try this card out. It's not meant for this. I know other decks that could use this card even better, like the one that has the move lanes all over the place for that 2-drop. That guard from House of Morrowind. Where is it? I didn't even expect this video to be this long, but here I am, like this. Being able to drop. Wait. Hey. Oh wait. Does the creature instantly die? I just thought about that. I've never even thought about that. Because this says... What? Wait. What happens here? What if the creature has 0 attack? What does that even... Have I run into this? Has there an effect that swaps in the game already? Because... is Ring of Imaginary Might, but that's not swapping. Cause isn't that like a Yu-Gi-Oh thing? Isn't that what Sword and Shield did in Yu-Gi-Oh? I played Yu-Gi-Oh for a long time. I used to even run Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments that went to like qualifying tournaments that went to like real tournaments, like really big tournaments held by Konami. Because I used to work in a retail store that we did tournaments, Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, along with Halo, Call of Duty, all that shit. It was a video game store. Mom and pop place, still around, but we don't do video games anymore. You guys, if you go on my main channel, you can see all that stuff. My friend owns a retail shop that pretty cool. We do 3D printing stuff, which is awesome. 3D printing is really cool, but that's nothing here. Now I'm like so interested in trying out this. I'm just gonna throw one in there. Yeah, this is what I love about this new expansion. There's so many things to try. Yeah, I'm mostly playing the AI, which sucks. But I need to. I'll message all those people after the stream, after this video, and yeah, I'll go from there. This video now is like almost 5 gigs. I did not expect that. Well, let's go. Alright, because the AI is playing a spell sword, I'm gonna have the removal for support. So now we could try this at 4 magicka. 3 magicka. So if I'm correct, reduce the cost of a random card in your hand. So won't I need to play Don't I need to have 4 magical for this to work? Or I would have to already play the creature.
If I fall,
Yeah. I think I would need to have 4 magical to do this from here. With how we were doing it. But I don't even need to worry about that anyways, because we can just do this. Because now we're gonna go ahead and play.
We'll have to settle this the hard way.
No. No, I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot. God damn it. I'm not gonna make the mistake. I would have had to put the ring down, the ring here first, and then play the woman. Ah. Oh. Okay, okay. We got it this time. We have it this time. So, this time, we put this here. Wait, let me make sure. Sorry about this. If you played another card this turn. So yeah, I have to play the other card first.
We must protect our stronghold.
So play that, then play this. Yeah. Okay. I'm a fool. I'm sorry. I really was not looking stuff up. I just wanted to see how all this stuff worked on my own. Okay, so that's how plot works. So I just want to 100% make sure, because when I was playing plot yesterday, the one time I did it completely wrong on the stream. I was like, oh well, and I never drew another plot card, so that kind of screwed it with me. But look how great that worked out. Because now we can do rapid shot here into a 4-cost Leaf Lurker.
The forest is my clan.
Leaf Lurker as 4 Magicka is highly to our advantage. And we're going to play aggro because we actually have cards late game that can help us win the game very easily if we're able to draw them out properly.
I draw power from these trees.
Opponent doing a little bit of ramp here. Not to my liking.
Zumar, take you!
The Prophecy. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to play the creatures yet first.
Chaos take you!
Here.
By our service, we honor
It's fun that this
kind.
deck can play aggro too, man. That's why I love I have the Archer stuff here as well. A normal person playing most likely would have got rid of this. Unless they're really confident about their deck.
Zumar, take you!
And then this is I'm so glad that I was right about this card in the stream. I was so glad. I felt like, yeah, a one cost silence in red is good. Like red could use more ways to silence, or they could use it on their own creatures. I knew I was gonna be right about this one. And yeah. That's a powerful ass card. And now we could play Aspect of Her Scene for the win. And we'll actually not even go for the curse, just in case something else shows up right over here that we could be more of a threat on.
Waters of life.
See, like, yeah, I should have played this first, and then play that.
Skin fool.
Either ways, it wasn't enough to make me lose. And it's the first time I get to play this. Even though I really don't need to play it.
Awaiting orders.
Nope, I don't need to play it at all. And there goes Sheet. Now we finally drew her out.
Zumar, take you!
I almost want to show you guys what this does for the people who don't know, but we're gonna have to wait for another time. You gotta see what my bad boy looks like in his charge form. Ah, so 12-12 guard, 6-6 charge. Red Tazcat. And guard. Nothing else. I want to place more. Like I thought I was gonna end this video sooner, but we'll do one more. You guys will let me know what you guys think about the deck, and we'll go from there. And I can message some people and see what's going on. And I also want to make the ring, the shrine deck. I keep saying ring, but the shrine deck. Using a lot of 0-cost cards. I want to do the Tullius deck, I have such a good idea. There's some new two drops that makes me very happy about Tullius and makes me understand now why Journey was actually really probably nerfed too. Helped out. None of these. I really hate drawing Lanith early. Like, it's one of the things I hate.
I keep a spare blade in my boot.
Alright. Drain Vitality, not helping out right now.
Strong arm is what you need.
Item deck in.
Do your work.
Alright. Get rid of this. We'll take the 2, hope for a lightning bolt. Another giant.
By the 8, they will meet their makers.
Okay, top
I keep
top
a spare
deck and
blade
high.
in my boot.
Not very good.
You'd best stay on the marked path.
Oh, this is not a good start. What?
Do not touch
Unstoppable
me.
Rage is one hell of a card in the right situation. Gain 5 health. Yeah.
Have you come to submit or come to
Do not
die?
touch me!
Sheol take you.
The AI, if the AI has items, they're probably gonna play it after the fact. So.
Do your work.
Okay, so yeah,
Keep off the grass.
we're okay. We are okay. We are definitely okay. So here we go. So first thing first. Pop this. Pop this. Okay. This.
We'll have to settle this the hard way.
There's only so much that honor can allow.
Sheol take you.
That's fine. Probably not gonna expect what I'm gonna do next. That's okay too. 6 drop. Giant. Reducing the cost of cards. Like
there,
Giant at 6 is a dangerous card. Especially when you have
By
another
the
one in your
8, they
hand.
will meet their makers.
And if I really wanted health, I could just play Unstoppable Rage on this dude. What you gotta really do here, play another giant. Return. It's so funny that the deck is... I really haven't even done the thing I was like in the whole Goblin thing I mentioned earlier. That has not even come into play yet.
Meet their makers.
A lot of ward cards.
The moons give this
You guys are gonna
one
have a lot of fun with
strength.
this expansion. You really are. I really feel like this is a good kick and punch in the face for the game. To say the least. And just for the lulz, the awesome Unstoppable Rage play. Hey, leveling up again. Leveling up again feels awesome. That's one thing I really wish they really did add back into the game. Rewards. Khajiit! Welcome, my burglar. One of those cards I loved. A new deco, man. I just realized I could have been streaming all of this. I could have streamed every single thing I just did while I recorded it at the same time. But yeah, this has been going on for way too long. This video is probably way longer than it has any right to be, but I'm going to be that legend streamer that's going to be putting out long format content like this. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back. I will definitely have more that you guys will be able to see from Tatiana. Wait, is it Tatiana? Oh, wrong deck, you damn thing. Because, like I said, the Tullius deck that I'm thinking of making, which I will make, I'm saying thinking, it's going to be made, is going to use her. Like, I have thought of ways to draw her out. Like, I'm going to be drawing cards consistently. Like, she will be on the field and she will get valued out. Like, it's going to be one of those situations. You don't want to just play this card and get no value out of it. You want to get some value out of it instantly and not play it and then, oh, my opponent Piercing Javelin is instantly gone. No. You're going to get some value out of this card right quick. Really are. Just before I go, I just want to mention another card that not a big old legendary that I think people should not sleep on. Just a new card that was very effective from what I saw yesterday, from my playing with it, and I think a lot of players are going to be really effective with this card. It's a new Prophecy, Sandwatch. Yeah, Sandwatch. Prophecy. Give a creature guard and draw a card. This card is super good. Like I said, if you could play a card for free out of Prophecy and you still draw another card off the top of it and get an effect, it's super valuable. But what makes the guard thing in the right decks, and if you're playing like creatures that are ward, or high defense, not ward, not guards, I've been able to turn some powerful creatures into guard. Now that my opponent has to deal with them, I've turned some ward creatures into guard, and I still get to draw. And on top of that, if you still have to play this from hand, you still get to give a creature guard and draw a card. And please, this is the thing that why I say this card is so good. Give a creature guard. A creature. Not your creature. Not your opponent. Any creature. So yeah, it can be your opponent. So your opponent plays that card in cover. Give it guard. Now you could attack that creature that would have probably ruined your day. So these are the type of cards that might just seem like, it's a new prop. This card is significant. It definitely will be played. Alright, I think that's enough for right now, guys. A long video. I am super excited for the expansion. I think Tullius is going to start seeing even more play because of it, even though we have the Journey nerf. Nope, Tullius is coming back, and I have ideas for that. I think Tatiana is good and so many other stuff. It's been Beaky here with the Untitled Game Show and the Elder Scrolls Legends Central. I'm back here making Legends videos for you once more. If you disliked the video, disliked it. If you liked the video, you already know what to do. Watch more. There's a playlist in the description, by the way, guys, that actually has a link to every single video I've ever uploaded to YouTube in one playlist. Like every video. In order, so you could just, if you want to just binge watch me in the background, you could do that. If you just like my deck build videos, you could do that. If you just want to see me do stupid challenges, which I'm gonna be doing very soon, I was already having requested for my random deck challenge series, and I do want to do a random deck challenge right now for this new expansion, but playing against the AI in the random decks video probably is appropriate because you never know what I'm gonna get with a random deck challenge. But for right now, at least, let me wait till I play. I want to play my random deck against real people. And if you guys don't know my random deck challenges, look up those videos on the channel. Basically is where I go to Google, find one of those like random.org, and I use a random number generator to generate the keywords I'm going to play with, the attributes I'm going to play with, and overall I usually give a theme for the deck. It's going to have to be vampires. It's going to have to be House of Morrowind. It's going to have to be Heroes of Skyrim. So my first random deck challenge coming forward with the new expansion is going to be Houses of Morrowind random deck challenge, and we're going to use a random deck generator generate a deck, and I'm going to get a time limit. I usually give myself 2 minutes, but if it ends up being a 70 card deck, because it's whatever the random deck a triple attribute deck, I'm going to need a little more time, so I'll give myself 4 minutes. So that's the challenge. It's randomly generated, not really, it's randomly with the keywords and stuff I have to put in the deck and the type of cards, but then I get 2 minutes to make the deck, and I have to make as much efficient deck as I possibly can in 2 minutes or 4 minutes. I'm gonna give myself a triple attribute, and I have to take that deck online. And if I'm doing it like a live stream, and I'll let you guys decide if it's in rank or casuals. So this is the type of stuff that makes me not rank up, because I'm always doing dumb things like this, and I see how if I can win, do best of 3 and see where we go from there. And the reason why I do this, and I suggest other players do this because you can do it at home as well, is a simple fact that by doing random decks, sometimes it gives you ideas to make a type of deck you never thought about playing. But it all depends on your play style. If you want to just try a bunch of different cards and different stuff, well, you could play like that. If you just want the thing that can make you climb ladder and be the most effective at that, well, there's lots of ways to find stuff out like from that as well. Like, I think even though he's working at Bethesda, still CVH is one of the best deck builders out there and has very playable types of deck. He usually wants to make things that are playable. I probably will always lean more towards just plain simple fun. Somebody else who's really good at making very playable but still keeps it memeish is Matt on going, you know, Legends Twitter, Legends Twitch. Matt there, he's really good at making pretty damn good and memeish decks at the same time. So I was really fun watching him yesterday. I actually subscribed to him, the Twitch subscribe thing. I actually subscribed to him, so I'm a supporter of him. That's how his stream was so entertaining yesterday. I was like, you know what? I'm subscribing to you, bro. I don't know why I wasn't watching all your streams before, but now I was following him, but I really wasn't watching. So I always like finding other community members here and want to support their content as always. So shout out to everybody else making legend content out there, the Mats, the Justin Larsons, all that stuff. Just, it's gonna be fun times with the game going forward. All I need next is official tournament tools. Just give me the tournament tools, Bethesda. Come on, somebody send this to them. Just tell them that's all I need. Just give me tournament tools. I will make this game even more popular. I would host tournaments for this game, as long as you make it easy. I don't want to have to run two instance of the game just so I can spectate. Just let me have tournament tools where I can spectate from one account and set up tournament brackets in the game. That's all we need. I will make entertaining and fun tournaments and get people actually interacting with Twitch streamers instead of being just AFK and freaking not watching. I could do it on YouTube too. Just give me the tools and I'll make it happen. Enough. I'm out of here. I could talk all day about this game now. This has been Beaky. Till next time, may the hiss aid you.